Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. I still remain your boy, the Legend FS Academy, and this is my weekly analysis. And in this week, I will be focusing my attention on GBPUSD majorly. And of course, you all know that we have a good week, but to me, I didn't take any trade because I was busy with something else. And we had a good run up here, and the NFP reversed the market. So, what are we looking for? What are we hoping for? And I'll be focusing more on GBP this week and Usdchf, and you know how we do it here. First and foremost, since the market has given us this rally, which is it was on Thursday, on Thursday thereabout, and we have this particular candle, NFP candle that reversed the market. So now, what are we waiting for? What are we anticipating next in the market? So that is what I'll be doing in this video to break down my charts so that you can also trade in line with the way I trade, and you can also see the way I analyze the way I analyze my chart based on the strategy I'm using. So with all being said, you know what we do first. We first check the DSY. If you watch my previous video, you will see that everything I said actually played out the way I want it. And it's quite unfortunate that I didn't take the trade. And even the one I exited before that time. So now what we have here, I'm having GBP USD, a plain chart, and I will be doing a top-down analysis on GBP but before then, you know what? We have to go and look for DSY first to know what DSY hold for us. We have to know what DSY is saying before we can be able to look for GBP Euro USD, AUDCF, and whatever. DSY control the market. So with all being said, let's quickly head over to DSY and see what DSY hold for us. So now currently we're on DSY chart. You can see that this was where, if you watch my last video, this is where I said I will be expecting DSY to shoot down, and it did happen the way I said. I said I will be waiting for a daily candle close and a pullback, and that happened. And the NFP was this candle here is the NFP candle that is reversing the market now. But best believe my overall target on DSY is still this particular zone here. So now knowing this now, that after this pullback, I'll also be keeping my trend line here to see if this pullback can as well gets to this particular trend line. But I'm not sure it will get there. But in forex trading, we are dealing with probability. The market can get here and it cannot. But as this trend line is here, it's also a guide to let me know that whatever the market is doing, this trend line is here to show me that, okay, if this particular guy will get here, a trend line is also here that will be guiding me. So after this trend line, I will also be looking for the market to fall off to come and test this particular guy, this particular zone, depending on if this weekly candle can close strong bearish candle. If this weekly candle can close bearish, that is when I can have that confidence. But as you can see, we are in a bearish phase, and we are not having any sign of reversal yet until the market presents. But currently now on DSY, we are not having a sign of reversal yet, and that is what is giving me the confidence to go in with GBP USD. DSY is giving me the formation. On weekly yet, we are still in a bearish phase, no reversal yet. On daily, we are waiting for a nice pullback to continue. Like I said, I don't trade DSY, but I use it to measure the market. Now let's head over to GBP USD and let me do my top-down analysis on GBP USD. And after GBP USD, I think Usdchf, whichever one. Okay, let me go to GBP USD. I just cleared my chart to make it plain because I didn't take trade on GBP I will be honest with you guys. From here, I didn't take any trade up to here. The trade I took was somewhere here. I closed somewhere here. But from here, when GBP started misbehaving, I couldn't find any trade. I was carried away with USD. So now, what do I have with GBP As we all know, let's head over to our monthly. At the moment, we can see that monthly cannot give us any information, but we must head over to the big boy time frame to see what is popping there, man. Now we are on a monthly time frame. We can see, first and foremost, we've seen that we are in a strong uptrend. Market pull up, pull back, pull up, pull back, pull up, pull back. This was a pullback, and we are waiting for a continuation. Where will the continuation end? We are just looking at this particular zone. We can be able to see that this candle was like a wick. The market got here and wicked up again, and we have this bullish engulfing candle that engulfed this particular bearish, and confirming to us again with this kind of massive bullish candle close on monthly. on monthly. So now, okay, what we have, what can we say now in the coming in this particular month? Now we have 24 days left for this month to round up. So now, since we've gotten this particular formation, we'll be expecting this candle, maybe this candle to close bullish or close as indecision. Whatever the candle, the month is still fresh, but I'm hoping for a bullish run because DSY is still giving us a sign of bearish. So that is what I'm hoping for. Now I have to head over to my weekly to do my analysis. You can see how I'm doing it all the way from monthly, and now I'm back to my weekly. Weekly, what can I see here? What can I pick point from the weekly? We can see I can pick point this particular zone here, this particular neckline here. You know why I pick this particular neckline is that this particular zone has acted as resistance. It came here, acted as resistance here. The market finally broke above, came down again, which shows that it respected this particular zone. And it came again, it came again, it break above, the market still send it back, which shows that this particular zone is a very strong zone. The market tested it here, it collapsed, it went up again. Finally, the market broke above it significantly, came back for a retest, and the retest was successful somewhere here with this hammer candle forming here. The market closed above it, which shows that this particular zone here is a very strong zone, and it is a zone that you will not want to overlook. So that is why I pinpoint this zone as a strong zone, because I don't want to be overlooking this zone. Any zone that has respected for more than twice is a strong zone, and this is happening on the weekly basis. So it's a strong zone to me. That is why I picked it, and it's also a neckline of this particular. Will I say it's head and shoulder, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder somewhere here. Because look at when the market move up here, the market came down. I would say this is an head and shoulder. The market broke, came back to retest it, and the market fall off. So now the market now has closed significantly. And look at when the market came for retest, the market closed above it with a very strong bullish candle. This is a signal to me that this uptrend has confirmed, and the market is ready to rally up. So now what will I be waiting for? Now, since I've gotten this information from monthly, weekly, and I have to head over to my daily. I have to head over to my daily to see what is next. So on getting to my daily here, I can now start adjusting my line. I can now start adjusting my line to fit in. I can now clone this to make it as a zone. Remember, this is a zone. It's not just a line. It's a zone. So now I've gotten my what I want. Look at when the market pull up from there, came back, pull up, fall off. This sound as a support to this market, and the market shoot up again, and the market finally came back here, broke below it, and the market continued downward. So what will I be keeping my eyes on now? Let me adjust this my zone properly. Now I've gotten this zone properly now. Now I can now say, okay, now this is where I will now do all my analysis, my top-down analysis, everything. This is where you want to bring your Fibonacci, your trend line. Now let me pull up my trend line from here now. From this, let me check if it will align. Now, okay, I'm having my trend line somewhere here. The second touch is okay. Let me just use the second touch, which is this one here. My trend line is here. Now, first touch, second touch, and I will be expecting a third touch here. And remember, this is also a line which we've gotten from our weekly zone. Also, you'll be keeping your eyes on this particular zone here. You don't want to take your eyes off this particular zone. And you don't just want to be trading blindly on this particular zone here. If this market can get here on daily, fine. This is a perfect zone where you will be keeping your eyes on. Then you can now head over to 4 hour to see what the market will hold for you. On 4 hour is where you'll be looking for chart pattern and bullish engulfing candle or any source of confirmation which you normally use. If you have been following my video for long or for some time, you will always know the pattern which I use. What I always love. I love base. I love the market to just come and give me base somewhere here or somewhere here. So that is how I trade. When the market get here, I always bust it. I bust it somewhere here. This is just example of how I trade. If the daily candle close here, I will always bust it. Inside here now, I'll be looking for what I call a change of trend, because generally when the market is coming from up, the market will be giving you a source of this lower low and lower highs, lower low, lower highs, this kind of formation. So now on getting here, the market can break down. The market can just break down, but not to close below this particular trend line on daily. At sometime the market can also close below this trend line. to trap traders. Get it? Sometimes the market makers, the big boy, the bank, the hedge fund, they know that we know the principle of trend line. So sometimes they will want to close it. They will want to close it below the trend line. Eh? And after closing, that will now trap a lot of breaker traders. You know, we have a breaker traders, we have a pullback traders. A lot of breaker traders, they are waiting for the market to just close below support zone or below resistance zone for them to go long or go short. So they will be waiting also. With the moment the market close below this particular trader, they want to go short. And sometimes it may be a manipulation from the big guys, from the smart money, from the big boys, from the hedge funds. They just want to close the market below this particular trend line, and after then they will now reverse the market. So that is why they call it, we call it stop loss run. SMC trader, they call it liquidity sweep and all kind of different names. But generally, all those names just imply to one particular thing, stop loss run, just to take the stop loss of a retail traders. So now what I'll be waiting for on this particular zone here is just to wait for the market to just come here. As the market is coming, as the market is coming down here, I have my trend line intact. The market can just come, break below here. Now give me what I call base. This is what I call base. When the market is coming, failing to come and take away this particular zone here, this is where I call base. It can be somewhere here, it can be up here, but the moment I start seeing a weak rejection and failing for the market to break below this particular low here, then I will not have to bust it. I will not have to bust it like this. So this is where I will be keeping my eyes on. If this market can give me something like this on this particular trend line, if I should pull up my fifth zone from swing low to swing high, I think I'll be up from swing low to okay. You can see that from swing low to swing high, we are having 0.5 zone. So that is why I'll be keeping my eyes on this particular 0.5 zone or 0.618. So that is what I'll be expecting on GBP USD as the week unfold. I will be keeping my attention more majorly on GBP USD. So this is technical analysis and a top-down analysis that I have for you guys on GBP USD. Quickly, let me dive into Usdchf and let's see what Usdchf hold for us there. So I may not be able to do a top-down analysis on Usdchf, but what I'll be waiting for, you can see that my setup is pretty good. If you watch my last video, you can see what I said there. I felt so bad when this particular candle happened, because if you watch it, I said I closed my position here because I was exhausted. I was tired of holding. I've held this trade for over a month. First position was somewhere here. Second position was somewhere here. The market has been ranging. I held it for more than a month plus. I was tired of holding. I was just exhausted, frustrated, and the moment I closed my position, and then that was when the major breakdown happened. Of course, I knew for a fact that the market was going to come back here. If you watch the video I did previously on this particular USDCHF, you will know that I called this particular zone here and I called the final TP here. So I knew for a fact, but I was tired. It was messing up with my psychology, so I couldn't hold any longer. That I have to close this way to balance my psychology. You know, they say somebody who fights and run away live to fight for another day. So that is what I did, and I will not fully regret it, but it pains me that I hesitated before this massive breakdown happened. This was an accumulation phase. This was a this was an accumulation. It didn't occur to me early to know that this was an accumulation phase. If I have remembered early, I would have still hold on to it until I see this massive breakdown. But this was just an accumulation phase, and after an accumulation phase, market always drop down or drop up. So what I'll be waiting for is I will just extend my trend line, and I'll be waiting for a massive pullback. If I can see a massive pullback to this particular trend line, then I will take another trade there. Then my final TB will be somewhere here. But I will not just blindly take a trade here. I will also be waiting for a proper confirmation here. Maybe something, but I'm not sure that something like this can also happen. But in Forex, anything is possible. If something like this happen, but I will be keeping my eyes on here, on this particular zone here. So that is what I have for you guys. I mean, time may not permit me to also go deeper to other GBP US, AUD USD. I don't have any connection with him for now. And AUD US, Euro AUD. I don't know if time will permit me to do a top-down analysis on this particular zone here. But this guy actually played that the way I want it. He played that the way I want it. But that is what I have for you guys. I don't want to waste much of your time. I don't want this video to just exceed 15 minutes or 20 minutes. So that is what I have for you guys. But my major focus is on GBP USD. Please keep your eyes on this particular zone here and let's see what will happen as the week unfold. Don't rush the trade. Always make sure you wait for proper confirmation. If you're a swing trader, 4 hour, 1 hour will be better for you so that you will not make unnecessary losses. So that is what I have for you guys. And until then, until I come your way again, always keep it super simple. You can see how my chart is just pretty simple and good. No fancy, no indicator, nothing, just pretty good and neat. Always keep it super simple. And still remember, I'm still your boy, the Legend FS Academy. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you don't also like it, give me a dislike. But tell me in the comment box below what to do to improve in my next video. As you all know, no one knows it all. I'm here to learn. You are here to learn. You learn from me, I learn from you until we attend the level which I call the CPT, consistent profitable trader. I'm not totally there yet, and I know a lot of newbies, a lot of traders, a lot of professional traders also are there. Not everybody are all there. I know a lot of people are still struggling, but keep it on, keep grinding until we attend the CPT level. Please, I will see you in my next video. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will help me grow. I'm growing little by little until I see you again, probably in the middle of this week. Bye, and always remember to keep it simple.